In-ear monitors, or IEMs, are becoming increasingly popular because they offer excellent sound quality, both for listening to music and for gaming, and they're also lightweight and very versatile. In this video, we're going to see what the 5 best IEMs are that we can find today in the mid-range category, with prices ranging between $200 and $300. As always, in the description, I've left links to all of them in case you want to buy them or check their exact price. Now with that said, let's get into the list. Number 5. Simgot EA1000. The first headphones we're going to look at are manufactured by Simgot, a Chinese brand that, despite not being one of the most well-known, produces very good IEMs, especially within the low and mid-range categories. At the time of making this video, we can find the EA1000 on Amazon for around $240. The headphones are made of metal and have a silver color with a very careful design. They are very well preserved, and in the box, they also include 2 types of nozzles which can be interchanged to vary the frequency response, as well as a plastic cable of pretty good quality, silicone ear tips of different sizes, and a carrying case. The EA1000 have a dynamic driver and passive radiators that amplify the bass. The headphones have a very natural tone and are well tuned, with a fairly balanced frequency response, prominent mids, and very good extension in the highs. The bass is not especially strong, but it is well controlled and sounds natural, while the mids are light and spacious with very good detail. Finally, the highs are crystalline with good precision and a wide extension that expands the soundstage of the headphones. In terms of tech, the EA1000 from Simgot are IEMs with a quite spacious soundstage, and they're also capable of accurately placing the sound of each instrument in space, separating them very well. In conclusion, Simgot's EA1000 are IEMs with excellent build quality and a neutral and precise sound. In my opinion, they are ideal for listening to slow and calm acoustic music where they shine due to their mid-range, and the lack of extra bass power is not missed. If you actually listen to this type of music, I believe they are an excellent choice. Number 4. Kiwi Ears Quintet. The next headphones on the list are manufactured by Kiwi Ears, a brand belonging to the Chinese audio store Linsol. At the time of making this video, we can find the Quintet on Amazon for around $250. The headphones are made of resin with an aluminum plate, and they are lightweight and comfortable in the ear, although truth be told, their design is nothing extraordinary, and they are not particularly attractive. In the box, we also find a standard quality plastic cable, along with a case that is not too elegant and silicone ear tips of 2 different types. The Quintet has a very particular driver configuration, as they use a total of 5 drivers of 4 different types. Each earphone has a 10mm dynamic driver, 2 balanced armature drivers, a planar magnetic driver, and a bone conduction driver. This configuration gives them a very high resolution sound with many nuances. Their frequency response is neutral but slightly V-shaped, as they have certain enhancements in the bass and treble. The bass is deep and controlled, with some emphasis on the sub-bass, while the mids are clear, warm, and realistic, and the trebles have quite an extension in detail. Overall, they are EIMs with a very clean and balanced sound, but it's true that sometimes they can sound somewhat artificial due to their treble. These IEMs are very competent, with a soundstage or spatial awareness that is pretty wide in all directions, good separation between instruments, and a good ability to locate each instrument in space, as well as a good level of detail. In conclusion, Kiwi Ears Quintet stands out for having a very particular driver configuration, which gives them their characteristic sound. If you like a sound with a lot of detail and realism, but with good bass, and you usually listen to genres like rock, metal, or orchestral music, I'm sure that you're gonna like them. Number 3. 7Hz Timeless. Moving on to the third spot on the list, we have IEMs manufactured by 7Hz, which is another brand belonging to Linsol. Since their release, the Timeless has been one of the most recommended options for people looking for planar headphones. At the time of making this video, we can find them on Amazon for around €260. These headphones have quite a unique design with a completely round shape. They are made of metal and their build quality is really good. In addition to the headphones, in the box, we find a fairly standard plastic cable, spare filters, silicone ear tips of 3 different types, and a metal carrying case, which is a bit large but of very good quality. The Timeless has a 14.2mm magnetic planar driver that gives them their characteristic sound, with deep bass and very good detail. Like the quintet we saw earlier, their frequency response has a slight V-shaped form with well-extended bass, mid-range with good detail and clarity, and very crisp and bright trebles, which can sometimes even be too much. These headphones stand out for presenting a great amount of detail. Their soundstage is decent for their price range and does give a certain sense of space, but there's definitely better headphones in this aspect. On the other hand, the ability to locate each instrument in space is slightly better, and the separation between instruments is pretty good. In conclusion, if you want planar IEMs with balanced sound, good detail, clear trebles, and strong bass, 7Hz's Timeless are a really good option. Personally, I recommend them, especially for music that benefits from deep bass such as rock or metal, acoustic music, and music that requires a lot of detail such as jazz. Number 2. Kiwi Ears Orchestra Lite. We've reached the top positions on the list, and in second place, we have another set of IEMs from the Kiwi Ears brand, which can be found on Amazon for just under $300 at the time of making this video. The Orchestra Lite is made of resin and has a semi-transparent design, but they're available in different colors. In the box, we find 3 types of silicone ear tips, a simple but decent cable, and a carrying case identical to the one for the quintet we saw earlier, which is functional but not particularly attractive. Each of these IEMs has a configuration of 8 balanced armature drivers, with 2 handling the trebles, 4 the mids, and 2 larger ones for the bass. Additionally, we can see these drivers through the transparent resin. In terms of sound, the Orchestra Lite has a fairly neutral and balanced frequency response, but with some warmth and a slight emphasis on the bass. The mids are their strong point, offering a lot of naturalness and detail, while the trebles are smooth, lacking note detail, although they don't reach the extension of other headphones like the Timeless we saw earlier. The Orchestra Lite present good detail, with the soundstage wider than what we usually see in its price range. Its ability to separate each instrument and place them in space is also good, allowing for a fairly analytical and detailed listening experience. In conclusion, if you're looking for IEMs with a neutral frequency response that allow you to listen to music as it is without any kind of coloring, Kiwi Ears Orchestra Lite is a very good option. They may not be the most fun or interesting sounding IEMs, but they are truly faithful to the music and are very well tuned for their price range. Number 1. Moondrop Blessing 3. Finally, we have reached the top spot on the list with a pair of headphones from Moondrop, which is currently one of the most popular IEM brands. The Blessing 3 is the successor to the Blessing 2, which in turn is one of the brand's most popular models. At the time of making this video, they can be found on Amazon for around $320. These headphones are made of transparent acrylic resin with a polished steel faceplate. Their design is very elegant, but it's worth noting that they are large IEMs and may not fit everyone well. In the box, we also find a synthetic leather carrying case, a plastic cable that is pretty good, and silicone ear tips of different sizes. The Blessing 3 uses a total of 6 drivers, with 4 balanced armature drivers and 2 dynamic drivers. Their frequency response is neutral but slightly bright. The bass is controlled, but of good quality, while the mids are very clear and detailed, although sometimes they lack some body, especially in male voices and some instruments. Finally, the trebles are smooth, well balanced, and with very good extension. Technically, they offer a good amount of detail with a very wide soundstage compared to other IEMs in their price range. Their instrument separation and their ability to locate each one in space are also excellent, and these are aspects in which the Blessing 3 shines. In conclusion, Moondrop's Blessing 3 is a pair of headphones with a very natural and easy to listen to sound, excelling in technical aspects. I especially recommend them for vocal genres, especially with female voices, and for music that requires high resolution, such as classical music or jazz. If these are your preferences and they fit within your budget, they are an excellent choice. You can find them in the link in the description, along with all the other headphones I mentioned. And if you want to see another list I made about slightly cheaper IEMs, click on the video on the left. Best regards, and see you in the next video.